What's up, what's up, what's up? How are you doing? Jeez, it's been a while, eh? It's been a while. Good to see you here. Let me put you on the screen here. Good to have you here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. It is the 3rd of April, and today I came back from South Africa after being gone for a month, which you may have noticed because of the limited amount of updates on the YouTube channel as prepared, however, with the South Africa update video before I left on the, 27th, 28th of February. But yeah, we're back. We're back, so you can expect the regular schedule outside of my speaking engagements, which I, of course, still have. But good to see you. What's up? How are you doing? In this live stream, I'll first say hi to you all because it's been a while, of course. But in this live stream, we're of course going to cover Elliott Waves. We're going to cover my wedding for a little bit. Now, I don't yet have the pictures. We are still waiting for the teaser pictures before we then eventually get all of the pictures. Of course, once I got some teaser pictures in, I'll make sure to show them on the live stream. I, of course, do have the ring around my finger, as well as my wife now. Please chat, you know, just like in February, if I say fiance, because I still have to get used to it, make sure to correct me. So we'll chat about the wedding for a little bit, but without the pictures because I don't yet have them. And we're going to do a full analysis because, so I did update my charts now and then throughout the month. In silver, sometimes, usually high time frame, I gave a little update. So I will talk about the updates that I gave. Those were more like higher time frame updates because I noticed quite quickly, because of all my family being there and all my friends being there, and then the family of my wife as well, it's actually very difficult to really like keep track of everything. So I provided them with more higher time frame updates, and everything is running very smooth so far. So we're going to talk about it, but basically we're going to do a whole whole analysis, right? High time frame down to the lower time frames. I also have to put horizontals on my chart, potentially new naked point of controls or time frame horizontals as well. So I will turn everything off, and then we're gonna start at the very beginning and see what's up on the chart, right? See what's up on the chart. So yeah, welcome everyone. Good to see all of you here. The first live stream after pretty much my my wedding, at least the first live stream after I'm back, that's for sure. Moonboot boy, that's a good one. That's a good one. The moment I say fiance accidentally, so not on purpose, you can unsub. But yeah, Lucas, of course, being first. Lucas, what's up? How you doing? Good to have you here, man. Are you walking? He has a, so Lucas has a treadmill underneath his desk, and usually he's walking when he's watching as well. Serega, welcome. Boom, indeed. Mr. Seep, Mateus, how you doing? Good to have you here. Asanov, MBB, Moonboot Boy. You may be the first viewer, but I was the first like. Thanks, guys. Moneyzilla, after a long time, finally back indeed. Husband matters. That's true. Hubby now. What's up, Mark? How you doing, man? Good to see you here. Now that I'm back, Mark, we have to go for a drink, as mentioned before I went to South Africa. So let's get that sorted on Discord soon. Flotty, what's up? How you doing? Mr. Espresso, good to see you here. Best birthday present today. Happy birthday, Mr. Cbio. Happy birthday. An analysis. We're going to go at it. We're going to go at it. Random name. Unexpected, but welcomed. Yeah, I arrived this morning at like 11 at Schiphol, and then of course I have to travel home and that sort of stuff. And I wrote in Telegram and then quite late in Discord like, hey guys, I'm gonna go live. But actually, like earlier in the month, I did mention I was gonna go live on the 3rd of April because I want to say hi and let's see what the chart is doing, right? And then from tomorrow onwards, we go back to the usual stuff. So like 3 things: morning update, video, afternoon live stream, evening video most of the time, right? Thanks, Stacen2K. How you doing? B channel, Pistachio. What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you. Thanks, everyone. I really appreciate your support. You got some wins before the wedding. Yes, that's true. It's always nice to go into a holiday with some wins. Also, I closed, of course, all my trades. The diamonds know that I closed my trades actually like just before, in the first week before my wedding. I closed all my Elliott Wave trades because first of all, I had the thought of a range forming, and second, when I'm on holiday and especially with the marriage and everything, I can't keep an eye on the trades and on the chart, and I don't want to be busy with trading, so it's better to just like exit. What's up, Anita? How you doing? Hopefully good now. No? Skywalker, what's up? Jeroen, also welkom back. Yuri Costa. Inderdaad, fijn dat ik weer ben. Hi aan alle Nederlanders ook. Where's my suntan? I do have a suntan, but maybe with the wait. You can't wear it's I should have worn a t-shirt because you can clearly see a tan on my arms, but I'm not sure if I look. I got a t-shirt tan. Can you see it? Here, right there. Yeah, got a t-shirt tan, man. So we had a lot of sun. Do you have the wife? I have the wife. Mission accomplished. No. Wife is checked. Indeed. One drop. What's up, Frenzy? How you doing? Pop. We're gonna go and start with some analysis soon, right? Or shall we? Let's first do the analysis, then the wedding, and then chatting. That's gonna be the order of the day. David G, what's up? Tiago, welcome. Hi from the Netherlands. Welcome from Brazil. Explain the wedding in Elliott Wave terms. I will. I will do that. Did you miss us? I did miss being live and making content because it's really something I enjoy doing. Of course, in the week before the wedding, I'm mostly focused on the wedding and getting shit done. But after the wedding is done and things become, I wanted to say a bit more calm, but then a friend of mine was marrying and then we had another wedding 2 weeks later. And then you have the family there, but I wanted to continue and get back into it. So yeah, absolutely. I love being live. I always kept an eye on Discord and kept an eye on Telegram, even though I might not have been very active. I do read what is up. So thanks, Thijs. Getekend voor het leven. I know. Paulo, what's up? How you doing? Frank, thank you as well. Mr. Friends, how you doing? Paulo Okan, Dimjack Cheese, everyone. Vinay Ninot. Thanks, that's very kind. From India. Thank you, Ninot. Had a good time indeed. Okay, so. Paramus. Shit, can you check Gala? We're going to go over Bitcoin today. No altcoins. I'll do another altcoin stream like we did recently, or like, what was it? In February, I did a big 6-hour altcoin stream. We'll do another one another day, but today's going to be Bitcoin. So guess who's back? Exactly, Kevin. Exactly. Okay. Is white. For some it is. Okay, everyone. So what we're going to do, again, short repeat. First, I'm going to do the analysis, and this also includes getting some horizontals on my chart and stuff because I'm not really up to date with all of my analysis because of the trip in South Africa. So we're going to start with the analysis first, the horizontals, then eventually Elliott Waves from high time frame to local time frames, see what's up, right? And after that, I will talk about the wedding in Elliott Wave terms as well. And then after the story of the wedding, I don't yet have the pictures. They're still coming. Once I got them, I'll make sure to show them as well. And after that, we go into chatting. And then it's, I don't know how late it's going to be, but then it's dinner time and bedtime because, after 11, 12 hours of traveling, flying, I am tired. But I wanted to be live. So I'm going to move you to my other screen. There we go. Even YouTube sub count are in Elliott Wave. I mean, actually, thanks everyone. I got this, and of course, I told already the members as well. Like all the members that are part of YouTube or like through the YouTube membership, of course, like the membership count has stayed incredibly equal, I suppose, like consistent. And I really thank everyone for being here, even though you knew I wasn't able to provide a lot of updates in between or be very active. I really appreciate that support. And it just shows like the community and I suppose the values that we have in the group as well. So that's very, very kind of you to stick around in the memberships, but also all the subscribers, even subscribers increasing while I'm not there is amazing. So thanks everyone for your sub. And yeah, let's get this party started. Let's see when are we gonna hit 10K? We don't know, but that's not important because we don't focus on the numbers. We focus on the analysis, and that is exactly. By the way, while I'm doing this, I have something interesting coming. So while I was on holiday, I did have some time to think as well about, like, you know, things related to the channel and related to, I suppose, Koen's Trading, the YouTube channel, and potentially future things. So I will let you know soon. I don't really have a date, but soon there will be an sorry, I'm doing two things at the same time. Focus. So I've been thinking about a couple of things that hopefully improve some of the stuff for you as well, right? For people following the channel, also trading wise. And yeah, I will launch one of these things soon. I just got home, so I couldn't do really anything on holiday. So I still have to prepare some things, and yeah, then it will go live. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. And there's more stuff coming throughout the year as I had some time to think about new stuff. So yeah, it's a lot. It's very vague, I know, but I don't like to go in detail yet. So I think I'll just remove some of the stuff I have here. Weekly gap can go down. Okay. Quickly checking. Okay, let's start then with the horizontal levels. We're going to start on the monthly time frame. If this month is going to be a red month in like April, this is going to be a monthly level, but of course that is not the case. Arguably, we do have a monthly gap here. So am I gonna put this? Where's the weekly gap? The weekly gap is okay. The weekly gap starts at the same level, so I actually don't want the gap on my chart. Weekly time frame. There was a weekly horizontal here, but this one has been touched, so that one is now irrelevant. If this week is going to close red, we'll have a new weekly level here. I'll keep an eye on chat in the keep an eye on chat at the same time as well. Yeah, married now. I know. What's up, Andrew? I'm back indeed. Your vacation is wave 2 and the sub count now is wave 3. Yeah. I mean, this was the first really long time. Like, I didn't upload for a long time, right? So it's also something that is new for me. What will happen if I'm not there for such a long time because of course, the wedding and then family, friends on the other side of the world. So it was a bit of an experiment, but I really value everyone's, everyone's sticking around, which is amazing. Both subscribers as well as members. I'm gonna start Atas now because I want to check the point of controls. So give me a second here while we chat. It's starting up, but I'm not sure on which screen it's gonna launch. So and it has another email. So let me have a look. Missed you, man. Thanks, Andrew. We back now, so we're gonna do some Elliott Wave analysis as well. While I'm starting up Atas, yeah, okay, it's good that I update later, please. Connect. What's up, interesting facts? How you doing? Thanks, Mark. Supporting as always. Is the top in on the higher time frames? Probabilities are still higher for continuation. The move, the sideways move so far has a higher probability of being corrective compared to impulsive to the downside. Doesn't mean that we can continue the range for a bit longer, but we'll get to that in a second as I will do my Elliott Wave analysis on stream here. So what's up, Astras? Okay, so this is Atas starting up. So no worries. There's no lag, no problems. It's just starting. Let me actually move this to my other screen and then only open the point of control. We will be starved for content and all wait patiently again. Yeah, I'm not planning to leave anytime soon. At least not for a long time. Of course, sometimes I do have presentations coming. So next week I have to give 3 presentations. Let me move this. So next week I have to give 3 presentations. So, and that's in the evening, I believe. So yeah, that means like 2 or 3 times I probably can't provide an evening update, 7 p.m. Central European time. But we'll see how that turns out, right? 69,800. Did we actually touch this? It says it didn't, but come on now. Hello. Yeah, what's happening? Can I just like open? Settings, please. Yeah, what is this? Style settings. I can't click on the settings. Is this like a bug? Let me refresh here. That's an odd one. I got corner. Moonboot boy. What's up, Dasa Gaming? Good to have you here, man. Welcome. Ah, there we go. There we go. Fine, nice. Okay, coordinate of the daily naked point of control 6,9,800. Just missed out on hitting this. Then we have the one of yesterday, which is touched, and we have another one down here, which is 62875. 62875. Okay, right. You can download these templates in Discord as well, by the way. Okay, that's that. And then we go to the weekly. 72K is a new weekly point of control. And the current monthly and the current weekly are both at 66,500, but it's a bit early. I'm not really that interested in these. I already have the 72K on my chart, and yeah, here the current weekly and current monthly, it's not really interesting to me at the moment. It's too early. Too early. Okay, so these are the point of control, so we can close down Atlas. Pum pum. There we go. There we go, there we go. Okay, so what we then do is we open everything except for the current weekly and the current monthly point of control, and then we check our target areas. Now, quite interestingly, by the way, when we move towards the upside, you can see I have a couple of red boxes, right, to the upside, and these are based on Fibonacci's extensions. And the white box, or now white box, actually acted as resistance. For the ones that have my chart open also throughout the past month, right, you have seen this box, and yeah, it's actually very nice. So I had a couple of things here: extension, extension, and expansion, pitchfork top. KRZ is something that I like designed myself. It's very old. I'm not using this anymore, but these are old boxes. But yeah, nice little bit of resistance. So that one is white now for our chart. And of course, we do have some nice resistance here. The issue for me is that it's very, very close to these highs. So it's quite likely we're then taking out the high if we do get this high. But nonetheless, it's an area of interest. Pull a fib here. Also use the fibs, of course. And if we go back up here again, it's very likely we hit the 886 now. 786, 786, 886. Yeah, it's not the... I would only put a target box here because there's a daily and a weekly close to one another. But it's the same reason why I don't have a target box here. The daily and the daily naked point of control are so close to the high that it's... If you go this high, it's quite high probability, no? You're above the 886. And we know what the 886 does from an Elliott Wave point of view, right? touching the 886, and the probabilities are high to take the high sooner or later. Now it can still act as resistance, but I prefer to have the white box here. Nope, that's a lie. I'm gonna actually remove this, and I'm gonna put a little box here. I'm still not too sure about this one though. Do I want this on my chart? Not yet. Not yet. I wanna wait here. See what price does. And to the downside, we have a bit of support, no? Now that we've done this, we take the volume profile tool, check the range. This is the 4-hour chart. And I start, as you see, with this red candle, as that is for me the first red candle after this push, right? This is where we started a bit of a bigger range and where we've acted as support twice. In videos, you also will hear me calling this a structural support. This is a range. So we move up, we move down, we find support, structural support, right? Range. We move up, we move down in the same area. So that's quite nice. And that's why also this is the beginning, this red candle here, of my volume profile pool. Now, interestingly, the value area high is in confluence with my target box here. So I drag it down just a little bit because it's close to one another. We are trying to find areas. Besides, we have a triple top, 1, 2, 3 here. It's quite likely we're going to take this and then hit the value area. Value area low acting as support. Point of control is just above us. So it's a bit of a different analysis video than usual, also because I have to now do a bit more analysis than you may be used to, just because I'm not up to date myself as much as usual when I update multiple times a day. One point of control I do want on my chart is the point of control of the previous range, which is this range that we have here. And I put this one in that folder. There we go. So that is an important point of control for me. Literally wick the low. Okay, so yeah, nice. Okay, so we are now bouncing on the value area low. That's basically where we are, right? Okay, so that's that from a normal analysis point of view, and now we go to the higher time frames and start with Elliott waves. Yeah, it took a while, right? Not much. So yeah, as mentioned, it was new for me as well, being gone for so long, see what happens to the channel. I know that, like, I have some friends that are Twitch streamers, so gaming streamers, because of my past, and it can be very competitive. And actually, one guy in particular that I know used to say, but now he grow older, so he has more confidence. But he said, like, when I don't stream, I feel like my audience is going to go somewhere else and doesn't come back. So he was afraid to lose viewership when he wasn't live on Twitch. And because of it, he continued streaming every day, which can lead to a lot of pressure, and not streaming because you have fun doing it, but because you feel like you have to. Yeah, that can create a lot of pressure. Now, I don't have that same problem personally. I trade myself. I have, I do my thing, and if people enjoy watching, they enjoy watching, and viewing, they enjoy viewing. And when I'm back, they either come back or they don't. That happens, but that's no problemo for me. Everyone needs a little holidays sometime. Updates again, absolutely. Study and experiment without trying to keep up with daily updates. It's also, I like this, yeah. It's also a moment in time where you have to figure it out yourself. Of course, there's other channels, but it can help you in the process of learning Elliott waves. Exactly, like studying, experimentation, trying, and then eventually when I'm back, you can validate. Not that I'm always right, but based on experience, a lot of the times at least. And it's nice to compare with one another. That's also why I like to keep an eye on the Discord group and Telegram, because I'm up to date with what the chart does based on what you guys show. Thanks, Jeremy. Patrick, welcome. How was your wedding? We'll chat about that after the analysis, but it was good. It was very good. Exceeded expectations. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, we do have a bit of support below. Eugene, welcome. The quality is back. We're going to keep it up. It is kind of a job for some people. Yes, absolutely. Count Doku, welcome, man. Good to see you here. Welcome, welcome. But yes, it is a job for some people, and for me also the YouTube channel is work, right? But the pressure that people experience, for example, on Twitch. I think Twitch, I don't know, like I always have a feel, also in the Dutch scene, like the local Dutch scene, I feel like it's very competitive. And even though I'm a competitive person, I'm actually not competitive, or I don't feel competitive with other YouTube channels, as everyone has their own style and their own thing, and like some people like A, some people like B. But on Twitch, I have a feeling and as mentioned, I know streamers, they have, they feel like I gotta be there. I can't go on holiday. I can't not do a live stream because I'm afraid everyone leaves and they find another streamer and then they stick around there and they never come back. This channel on the linear chart looks a lot better, eh? This is the channel on linear. This is the channel on logarithmic. On logarithmic, we didn't really escape the channel yet. We're still hovering very close. While on the linear chart, so not logarithmic, we are far above. Okay. Of course, we have a bullish count and we have the bearish. Do I have it? Oh, I only have it in my mind. Oh no, here we go. This is now the macro bearish. But let's start with the bullish. Remains the higher probability case at the moment. Arturo Jimenez, thank you. I gotta say, it's very nice to read all of you being very excited. Me being back, and I love being back. Thanks for the warm welcome, everyone. I really appreciate your support here. Dreaming this day. The motivational AI, what's up? How you doing? If you want to talk about that BC took liquidity and now the correction, that is the bearish scenario, right? The big flat. We're gonna talk about this. Vegas Nick, what's up? City Lights, how you doing? Welcome back to you as well, right? I will be here forever. Skywalker, thanks, man. So much support. First day back. Europeans can pull 1 month off. USA, it's more 1 week. Yeah, it also depends if you work for yourself. Like, are you an entrepreneur or not? Like, it doesn't mean that being an entrepreneur, by the way, gives you more flexibility. I would actually say it might not give you, especially in the early years, it actually doesn't give you more flexibility because you're not working 9 to 5 if you're an entrepreneur. You're likely going to work 8 a.m., 9 a.m. in the morning till like 7, 8, 9 a.m. at night. It's like long days. Of course, there are jobs, right, that have very long days. I was a medical student, and when I was interning at med school, my days were very long as well. So I know what it's like to be a doctor. Potentially, we have this going on now, right? Potentially. We got to go to the lower time frames. but we do have this potential. Yeah, especially in the early stage when nothing is yet running and you're still building, there's no income yet or very low income. It's very difficult to take a day off as you're trying to build something. But your rewards come later. So it's like the hockey stick effect, where you start very slow, like hockey stick, like where you hold on to the hockey stick. It starts slow, but then eventually when the ball starts rolling, things can go very quick. And then flexibility comes. So the fibs that you see on the chart, right, in this in a high time frame, bullish scenario taken from the low of 2 to the high over here, where this one is doesn't actually matter. What matters is the low of this wave 2. So the fibs taken from the low of 2 to the high of wave 3 that we have here at the moment, this high, right, will go and jump into the lower time frames in a second. But the support area for a wave 4 of potentially this degree, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5, is the green box. You don't want the 0.618 to be hit at 52k. If that is the case, we are not talking anymore about a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an invalidation. Right. Probabilities at the moment are still higher for a continuation to the upside, and by going to the lower time frames, we can figure out a little bit if we might be looking for a wave 4 of this degree, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So we still expect a bigger range, preferably quite similar to the wave 2 that we have, so a couple of months. This range here preferably takes a few weeks, quite similar to this wave 2, if not longer, as a wave 4 tends to be longer than a wave 2. But in a bull market, corrections can be shallow, can be short. We already retraced to the 0.382, so that's not bad. I'll just leave it like this. Cool. Let's have a quick look. How long is our wave 3? If we do this, we are on the linear scale chart. 1.618 is hit, and if we do this, it's not been hit. And on the log, definitely not hit. Okay. So there's definitely potential here for a wave 4. This is the same color, but it's a different degree count. Should actually have changed this to a different color. This is a daily count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then inside wave 3, either finished or not. We'll get to that in a second. We're going to talk about probabilities. We then have, let me change this. It's confusing if I don't. I can imagine. So let me just do this. There we go. Okay, so inside wave 3, right? 3 either finished or not yet finished. The count that I apparently still have in my folders is one that is not yet finished. So we're going to have a look at this one and see if this is still valid. Yes or no. Before our running triangle. Yeah, triangle scenario is definitely one we'll have a look at. Where this, yeah, I saw some people have this as a B. So that's, and then it's still going to be a wave 4. It's just, you know, one long range, but we'll have a look at this. Maybe a Band-Aid. What's up, man? Thanks for joining Silver. Look at you go. Of course, already member for a longer period of time. Looking at the badge, right? The golden badge. Everyone starts with the bronze one, and then you get silver, and then, you know, that's how you continue. But maybe a Band-Aid. Welcome back to Silver. Appreciate that, man. Welcome, welcome. Manta FPV, thanks. Legends back. Thanks everyone for the support, man, and thanks maybe a Band-Aid for joining Silver. What's up? 3-month member now, looking at the golden badge. What's up, Robot? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Thanks everyone for sharing your excitement of me being back and doing a live stream again. I understand it's not the typical live stream, typical analysis, because there's a lot more thinking and counting now involved, because I haven't updated my charts in the past month. So it takes a bit more time, right? But maybe that's interesting as well for some of you. Tomorrow we have the morning update, which is going to be short and snippy, and then the afternoon live stream, and then of course a evening video again. So we go back to normal. So here we are looking at this subsection. We had the corrective structure ending at about 38.5K, and then the move towards the upside to 74K. What are we talking about? Of course, we can have a finished 5-wave structure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Either way, 5 is finished here, or it's finished here, right? Let me remove some stuff on my chart because this is not too relevant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished. I know the triangle that I have seen at some places, A, B, C, D, and then you look for E, and then continuation to the upside. Running triangle, always a valid scenario. Triangles are generally wave 4 scenarios, right? So in an impulse, you can't have a triangle in a wave 2. It can only exist in a wave 4 if we look at an impulsive structure. So if the high of a 3 is in, you can have a triangle in 4. But what I am not a big fan of is that this is your wave A, and your wave B, as well as your C, are a lot longer in time. I would prefer a triangle wave A to be longer, and then the waves after being shorter, right? So you have your triangle where eventually the waves become shorter in time and price before you then have continuation, where your wave A is one of the longer ones in time and in price. This is very short to me. So this is something I do have in mind. Now with regards to the impulse, this wave 4 is very, very shallow. If we count it like this, right? If we take a fib from the low to the high of 3 and we look at this wave 4, right? It didn't hit the 0.236. If I move this up a little bit, it still did not, I think, right? Didn't hit the 0.236. Now wave 4, right? When we look at especially bull markets, corrections can be shallow. A very shallow correction like this, not hitting the 236, there's a higher probability it's a 4 compared to a wave 2. As for a wave 2, the common target for a wave 2 is between the 0.5 and the 786, which is down here. Well, we definitely didn't reach that area. The 382 is a less common target for a wave 2, and the 0.236 is a very rare target for a wave 2. So that makes it more difficult to count this as a 1-2-1-2. However, there's always this however, and this is why this portion of the chart is interesting. The volume, the highest amount of volume is here. So look what we're saying. A 1-2-1-2, let me actually move this chart a little bit, right? So if we have 3, 4, and then eventually 5. So in a double 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 3, and then eventually you're looking for 4, 5, 4, 5, right? Then end the impulse. In a 1-2-1-2, preferably your wave 2 retraces to the 0.5 to the 786, 382 usually minimum target, the 0.236 very rare. Now, as I've just shown, this retracement here compared to this range didn't even hit the 0.236. It's very rare for a wave 2, but it happens, especially in bull markets. What supports a potential 1-2-1-2 and then a 3 is the volume here. Generally, most commonly, a wave 3 has the highest amount of volume in an impulsive structure. But this wave 3 is short. 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, 5, this 4 starts to become very long now if we are looking for this. Right, 3, 4, and then a wave 5. We can take a fib time from the beginning of this range to the end of this range. And then let's put it on, what's the high by the way? Let's put it on the high for now. Wave 4, we're at the 2 fib time, and if it ends over here, we are at the 3 fib time, almost the 4 fib time. So then we have a 4, and then we have a 5. So the volume curve that we have here would show a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then you're looking for a 4, 5, 4, 5, and 5, move towards the downside. It's just that the retracement is very shallow. 1 second here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have your wave 5. Three. There we go. So this is the bullish scenario where we expect another 5. Time is important. This wave 4 is very short. Has to be a flat and ABC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC, right? Flat structure to the downside, finding support in the previous wave 4 area of a lower degree. This is your wave 3 in a white count. Inside this wave 3, we can count a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5 wave structure. This is then your wave 4 of a lower degree, and this wide 4 retraces to the wave 4 of the lower degree, which is common. It is a short wave 4 compared to your wave 2 though. Now more commonly a wave 4 is longer than a wave 2, but that is just probabilities. Because looking at this range now, I would prefer to count it as we have at the moment in a bullish scenario. The Elliott Wave theory is a form of technical analysis. That is absolutely correct, Udena Varuna. That is correct. Robot, welcome back to crypto, yo. Yeah, I think like can someone confirm? Cheers, Moon Boot Boy. 46 like is at least 46 now. Would it come back to normal? Yes, you can have a new update with your coffee in the morning. Thanks to the cops. What's up, Eric, Doriel, and Laflam? Always nice, that surname, eh? Yeah, swatting, right? That's how they call it in the US, swatting someone. They got me. Thanks, Robot. What's up, Ernest of Gaia? How you doing? Was we're halfway in filling a CME gap. That's indeed interesting. Might actually fill it. A bit more downside. It's definitely interesting. WXY, ABC are some of the scenarios I have in this range. Alex, how you doing? How are you doing? What's up? Hopefully the little one is doing fine, or at least the pregnancy. I hope you and your wifey-to-be in August are on the clouds. Good to see you here. And I now, of course, also, I got this one around my finger full-time now. Look at us go. Welcome, and good to see you hanging around. Good to see you hanging around. What's up? Kanashimi, welcome. Actually, some names here that I haven't yet seen as well. So Kanashimi, welcome. Good to see you. Trading Queen, what's up? Of course, you've been here more often. Good to see you back. Happy and healthy. That's what we like to hear. Good job. Good job. That's exactly what we like to hear. Happy and healthy. 1 second. Gonna put the light on as it starts to get dark quickly. Over here. I do want to see what the retracement is. We hit the 05 for this wave 4, which is a common target for a wave 4 as well. So let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then inside this 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. And now we're working on this wave 4. So this is a degree question. The length of this range in time is going to be my, for now, deciding factor on which wave 4 we have. I'll pull a fib time on my chart here. 42,228, 42,270, 42. Yeah, so we're still good for wave 4. So this is a wave 4 in blue. And then we have the higher degree wave 4, even though the fibs are almost similar. So that's quite interesting. Higher degree wave 4 is the green counter. You can see the overlap between the blue and the green. That makes it quite interesting. That makes this area here very important support. No? The area between 66.4K and 56.1K. That's the area you preferably stick around or stay above. Well, want to stay above 56K. Invalidation for the blue wave force is 0.618 at 54.3, and for the green wave force is 0.618 at 52K. That's the bullish scenario. And time will give us more information on which wave 4 it will be in these bullish scenarios. For the green wave 4, you expect it to be a longer sideways correction compared to the blue wave 4. You expect a shorter wave 4 in time. Very nice. Okay. Bearish scenarios. Before I go and zoom into the 15-minute and 1 hour and trying to count this range here, I first want to go through the higher time frame bearish scenario. Alter gang, exactly. By the way, everyone, I did a duo stream with Alex. You can find it on my channel as well as on his. I would recommend his because the quality on his channel was better, and he had both of the webcams as well with the duo stream. I was still figuring out how the hell it actually works, but Alex is a great guy. So make sure to check him out. But thanks for popping in, man. Team Gold now waiting for Discord unlock. Tradicus, I believe I gave you the Oh, here, it's actually still there. Look, Tradicus. You should see it on the left side. Welcome, by the way, mate. Good to see you here. What's up, Ali Hassan? What do you think about a ending diagonal in wave 5 from the low, 18.3K? What do you think about a ending diagonal in wave 5 from the low? Oh, 18.3 is probably the date, right? 18th of March. Here. Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna have a look at this range after I cover the bearish higher time frame scenarios. What do you alternation? Yes, absolutely, Rob. Alternation. A long wave 2, higher probability for a short wave 4. Absolutely. And also in bull markets, you'll see this more often, right? So in a bull market, you have shallow wave 2s and deep wave 4s as well. And a deep wave 4 is the 0.5. These can be very quick, very spiky. They can be scary. So you get this, right? You got to move up like this, and then this drop to the downside is an easy 20-30% in no time, like poof. You can see this is the weekly chart, how quick price moves down. So these are sharp moves as well. So these ranges can take a while, the wave 2s. The wave 2s can take a while, horizontal price action, and then out of nowhere, boom, you go down, right? You go from 74 down to 61. Matter of days. So long and shallow wave 2s, short and spiky wave 4s, deep ones. Do you still mistakenly take your wife for your fiance? Not yet. If I do, then Moonboot Boy is gonna unsubscribe. Makes me scared, so I better not. Kenny in Portugal. We're gonna join you in the south of Europe very soon this year. We're gonna move to the south of France, likely around September, as then it becomes low season and it works better for us because we have a certain strategy to move to the south, which I can talk about at a later stage. But yeah, it's not Portugal, but hey, at least we're in the south of Europe, both. Count Doku, I knew I missed you during this video. I understand how much. Thanks, man. Thanks everyone for popping in, saying hi. Kenny as well. Jeez, Kenny has been here for a very long time as well. Do you still mistake? Okay, I answered that one. I'd sit in the corner of the dark room and walk back and forth. Man, so far, the live already answered a lot of questions I had. Glad to hear that, Mateus. Glad to hear that. We didn't even start about the range. The range is interesting. I start talking about it. The bearish scenario. It's gonna be very short. Pretty much what you see on the chart is what you get in the bearish scenario at the moment. Vlad, how you doing, man? Welcome to you as well. Good to see you around once again. Thanks for the welcome. Nice green badge. What's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Hope you are doing good. You've been here for a long time as well. Oh, a member. The Video Kingdom, how you doing? Congrats on the wedding. Thank you. Yeah, wifey now, wifey and husband. Oh boy. Well, Shirley, we had a great time. I'll be talking about the wedding after the analysis. But Video Kingdom, Shirley, thanks guys. I'm very for. I might write in Discord. Ah, okay, I see. Oh, so it might be finished already, you mean? Yeah, we're gonna have a look at it. Thanks, B Channel. Yeah, you can write it in Discord. Make sure to tag me as well. I'll keep an eye on the tags. So let's continue with the bearish scenarios. Now, because we took the high, the only micro bearish scenario you have at the moment would be a flat, or you're gonna have a WXY or a running triangle. But the moment you take the high, probabilities increase for a flat in an ABC compared to a WX and a wave Y. It's a bit more rare for a wave X to take the high of W compared to a wave B taking the high of an A, right? So that's why I have the ABC on my chart. For an X, targets are the same as for a B, so it doesn't really matter. It's mainly the move to the downside that matters, which in the bearish scenario is a wave C. This can be a flat structure, expanding flat, regular flat, or a running flat. Expanding flat, you're going to end below wave A. Now, I do know the halving is coming up, and if I understood correctly, I don't really follow the fundamentals and stuff, so correct me if I'm wrong, but people are talking about the costs of mining and the impossibility that it's pretty much impossible for price to go below a certain amount. I don't know, I think they're talking about somewhere in the 20s. Because of the mining costs and I don't know what, but an expanding flat would have a target below wave A, a regular flat has a target below A, and a running flat has a target above wave A, right? So common for a regular or a running flat is the golden pocket area that you then take from the low of A to wherever the high of your B is going to be. You toggle on your, oops, that's the wrong one, the golden pocket. We're actually on a high time frame. I might actually have to put logarithmic scale on here. They are talking about 28K here on log and 38K on linear. So around like the 30Ks, right? 30K area. But we're not close to this at the moment. We need to see local weakness before we're going to talk about price moving so far to the downside. If we are talking about a wave C, we need to see an impulse to the downside. So after the high here, you want to see a 5-wave impulsive structure to the downside. There's 3, right? We have a traditional impulsive structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. no overlap allowed between 4 and 1. You have the diagonal, more commonly as the converging diagonal, right? Contracting diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a wave 1, then a 2 continuation down in a wave 3, preferably some bearish CVD divergences as well, which we don't have. Or a double 1, 2, right? Or a triple 1, 2. You have a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you fall. But this wave 1 should be a 5-wave impulsive structure. And I then shortly covered this. At the moment here, let me go 4 hour. This move to the downside, right? I haven't put in a lot of time. We'll do that in a second, but it looks more like a 3-wave structure compared to an impulsive structure. So also volume wise. But we'll get to this range in a second. So that is what we're going to look for, right? We're going to look for impulsive structures to the downside because that's what you want to see if you start a wave C. Now the fibs that I have on my chart are taken from the high to the low of wave A. Regular flat target is the 09 to the 105. That is where we are at the moment. And for a wave B expanding flat, you expect more upside inside the 80K area, right? 80 to 90K. And an expanding flat is more common compared to a regular and a running flat. A running flat is most rare. But that's the bearish scenario on a weekly time frame. Now, if we're looking for a wave B to the upside, right? In a wave A, B, C. Let me actually put that back on the chart. Wave B has to be a 3-wave structure. This wave B cannot be an impulse. It has to be a 3-wave structure, which in this case then means we are either talking about a WXY, a double zigzag, or an ABC, single zigzag in a wave B. Wave B in a flat structure is most commonly a zigzag family pattern. So either a simple zigzag, ABC, finished, you go down, or a double zigzag. Double zigzag, less common than a simple zigzag, and a triple zigzag is even less common than a double zigzag. But when we look at this wave B being a 3-wave structure, and we use our measurements, we can take a fib from the low of our wave A at 15, somewhere in the 15K, right? 15.2, 15.3, whatever K. Then you have our first move to the upside, correction, continuation. So to the first time we hit 31K, to the low that we have at 24.9K. I toggle on wave C targets. I put on my logarithmic scale because, and this is the reason why I do it, we went up by 300 and something % from the low. So I do like to use logarithmic here. The common target for a wave C is between the 1 and the 1.236 over here. We are now above this area. The 1.618, however, is still a target for a wave C, and this is sitting at 77K. So as long as we are not passing this 1.618 at 77K, there is still the possibility for a flat structure and a 3-wave move in B. Probabilities are not yet on the side of this scenario because we need to wait for strong local weakness, which we don't yet have. So as long as we don't see local low time frame strong weakness, we are not talking about the end of a B, the start of a C, macro bear scenarios back to 15K and all that stuff. We're going to be looking for continuation and highs to be taken unless the chart shows us otherwise, which is not yet the case. These type of ranges, right, sideways, up, down, take the lows and continue, it's part of the game, right? Move to the downside, 20% down, continue up, 20% down, continue up, down again and up, right? It's just ranges, but each time price started to move to the downside, it didn't show us that impulsive behavior, a solid 5-wave move, a solid diagonal, contracting diagonal, or a 1-2 bearish CVDs, those type of things. No, so yeah, gotta keep an eye on it. There is, as mentioned, the potential for an ABC to the upside or a WXY. The 1.618 in both cases is a less common target. So we're going to keep our eyes open for this, but at least I've shared it in this live stream, and it's something that we can keep an eye on. I will put this on my chart, actually, the ABC. Wait, don't I have this? I must have this somewhere. Wait. I must have it in my folder now. Ah, there we go. Hop. Yes. And this is log. Yeah, okay. This is the linear scale. Ah, yeah, that's something that I wanted to share as well. 1 second. I have some more information to share with you. Let me do. Yeah, one. Okay, there we go. It's good that I opened this folder because I wanted to share this with you as well. So in that bearish scenario, right, we are now zooming into this wave B. This one, yellow count. Inside wave B, we need to look for a 3-wave structure if we talk about bearish scenarios. Looking for an ABC or a WXY, but it doesn't matter because the targets are pretty much similar. ABC works a little bit nicer. Now for this wave C, right, as mentioned, your common target is between the 1 and the 1.236, which is down here, right? We had a range around this area, but now we are far above the 1 to the 1.236. And this is on the linear scale. If I hide my webcam for a second, then you can see here in the bottom, the L logarithmic is not activated. The moment I do it, it becomes blue, right? And you can see the chart is changing. So this is the linear scale chart. And what is important here is your wave B. Look at the difference of the 382 on the linear scale, which is what you see right now, and the logarithmic scale. We don't touch the 382 on the logarithmic scale, but we do touch it on the linear scale. Now, a wave B has a target area, a common target area, between the 382 and the 886. 382 touched on the linear, not on the logarithmic. So here on the logarithmic scale, the fact that wave B didn't hit the 382 has a lower probability, right? So in other words, what I'm trying to say here, the target area for wave C being all the way to 77K to 1.618 has a lower probability than, how can I explain this better, than the bullish scenario, because we're now already above the 2.618. Wait, I need to frame this differently because I'm pretty sure people cannot follow it otherwise. So wave B touches the 382, and therefore I prefer to use the linear scale chart for the target of a wave C, because it is rare for a wave B to not hit the 382, right? Because the common target is 382 to 886. And on the logarithmic chart, we didn't hit the 382. So therefore, I prefer to use the linear chart, which is this one here, not the logarithmic chart, because the 382 has been hit. Therefore, I like to use the targets for a wave C on the linear chart, but we're already far above the common target area for a wave C on the linear chart. We're at the 2.618, and the 2.618 wave C can be very extended, absolutely. But the moment you move above the 1.618, it's, probabilities go down for a wave C compared to a more impulsive structure. And now we're at the 2.618, right? So lower probabilities. I will keep the logarithmic chart in mind. It just, it's less preferred because wave B didn't touch the 382. So I just wanted to have this, just wanted to share this this with you, just so you know. Cool. Let's go into the range now. No? Let's talk about the range. Let's talk about the range. Where were we? One drop mining reduced to half supply, decreased demand, increase. Yeah, there was something going on with regards to the halving. So look, I don't, again, I don't know the fundamentals. I'm purely 100% technical, but there was something with the bearish scenario on the macro. So of course you have the scenario going below 15K, expanding flat. That is right. We're guys. we're not talking about lower than 15K. It's a scenario, but you don't have the local weakness for this to happen at the moment. Even though a range and sideways corrective structures and moves to the downside, that's absolutely fine, right? But we're still above 60K. However, in these scenarios, moving below 15K, there was something going on in previous live streams where people were discussing it with each other. So I was just doing my TA, but I saw it in the chat that, and also in Discord, that price cannot fall below a certain price because of the halving and what it does to the mining price and I don't know what. But I forgot what that price level is. I thought it was somewhere around the 20K area. This storm is legit. I do like a good storm. Not gonna lie. We had so my wife and I were at Arabella, which is like a resort type of thing, like spa, golfing, very very nice. And we had a storm there at night, and then we can just look out the window and look at the lightning. I love to see it. Goran Ilik, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you as well. I thought your wife took over your activities. Well, she does. No, she doesn't. She's now also, by the way, an entrepreneur herself. She quit her job before we left, and she's going to start her own company, her own business. So, yeah, very excited. Tim, what's up? How you doing? Tim was there at the wedding, one of my real-life friends, and he was in South Africa attending the wedding and many activities as well. Good to see you. We'll see each other again soon here in the Netherlands. Rainy day, cloudy day. Typical Dutch weather here. Don't ask about the pig. Tim, did you say that in Discord? Did you spoke about the AI generated pig and bunnies in Discord? Yeah. Pistachio got the same count. Nice. Pistachio, I mean, you're a great Elliott Wave counter. Like you've been studying Elliott Waves a lot since last year and improving a lot as well. So, and of course I've noticed your growth. So it's good to see, good to hear this. I would think measures would be the same, just different skill. Yeah. So using, I should answer this later. Actually, I should probably first do the analysis. But there's different reasons to use logarithmic and linear. So the linear scale, you hit the 382 for wave B, but on the logarithmic scale, you don't hit the 382. But the 382 is a common target for a B. So if it hits on the linear, but not on the logarithmic, I prefer using the linear because the 382 is a common target for B. While if you go to like altcoins that go up hundreds of percentages or down in a short amount of time, you prefer to use logarithmic. So it corrects the movement against the price. Like $1,000, or if price goes up from 1,000 to 2,000 compared to 61 to 62K, right? The percentage is so different that you want to correct for it. So that 1% is still 1%. So the logarithmic chart, 1% at $100 is the same as 1% at 60K bucks, let's say. Like it's, you correct for those percentages. So the scale is different. But you like to use that on higher time frames generally. When you do very high time frame analysis, logarithmic scale is mostly used. But I also use it with regards to are common targets hit or rare targets hit. According to Google, 40K would be the price minus, would become unprofitable after the halving. I see. What's up, Christian, by the way? And that's according to the Cantor Fitzgerald report. Okay, 40K. That's an interesting level to keep in mind. Also psychological. The approximate cost to mine a Bitcoin will 30K after the halving. Okay, so it's like similar area, 30, 40K. Interesting. Thanks for sharing, guys. 30, 40K. Got to keep that in mind. We got to keep that in mind. Okay, let's talk about the range, shall we? We don't have any bearish CVD divergences. at all. Maybe locally, I should, on the, not on the 4 hour. So what I'm doing now, even though it's not Elliott waves, I'm looking at CVD divergences. It does have an impact on the count. Well, we had a little bit of bear CVD here. Yeah, bearish, a little bit of bearish CVD. That was a nice move. The thing is that it's not big bearish CVD with the high. So it's not like you have the high here and then lower high on price, a higher high on the CVD. So you can see how CVD is moving to the downside. We back. Dave Digital, we are back indeed. And not that I use it, but stock to flow says price won't go under 49k. Ah, stock to flow. What's the guy called again? The stock to flow model is, it's the Dutchie. It's the Dutch guy. What's his name again? Stock to flow. Plan B. Yes. Plan B. It's the Dutch guy. So yeah, okay. So like 40k, everything around 40 seems looks to be important. Okay, let's start. Let's start. So the initial ideas I had. Okay, so first of all, my train of thoughts as I updated in silver the past month. So I was gone somewhere here, and of course I came back today. Now, as price moved down here, it was very three wavy, and once we hit the 0.618 here, probability is higher to take the high. Very nice. But then we moved to the upside, and it was all three wavy to the upside here. I didn't see impulsivity. So I mentioned in silver, I'm actually looking for a range to form and a bit more downside. So we got a move to the downside. Very nice. And there were two scenarios initially, A, B, C, right? The flat, W, X, Y. So I'm going to put these on my chart, or not the flat. I'm actually not too interested in the flat anymore. I prefer looking for the W, X, Y. I do know people also look for a potential triangle, a running triangle, right? Where you have this. Or at least I have seen it. A, B, C, D, E. Two things I don't really like about a triangle here. First of all, your wave A is very short in time compared to your B, your C, your D, potentially also your E. While in a triangle, I actually prefer wave A to be one of the longer waves because you generally then have your A, your B, your C, your E, D, and then your E. And each wave becomes a bit shorter in time and price. That's ideally. This is very, very short for an A. Secondly, your wave A, this move here, looks actually very nice as a flat in a way. And wave A can only be a zigzag. Now this is very low time. I just saw this when I went to the 1 hour 3 minutes ago. So pum. But I would have to go to the 15 to see if there is a 5-wave structure here or not. There is the potential here for a short zigzag to the downside. 3 min. I don't often like to go to the 3-minute time frame as it's so low. Oh, can't even go back that far on the 3 min. 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I would prefer it as an impulse here. Double 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 extension into 5. 3 is not the shortest. A, B. And it is not too long as well. So I would prefer to count that as a flat, which works better with a lower degree wave 4 compared to this being a wave A of a triangle, really. Yeah. Let me first do the analysis before I go into chatting. What do I already have anything? Range, micro. Where's this from? Old. News. Do we have any news? Where is it? News calendar. Wednesday, today, 3 p.m. and 5:10 p.m. Okay. So we had some news today. We also have some news on Friday, 1:30 p.m., 1:30 p.m. Central European time, everyone. So we do have some news on Friday as well. Things might go a little bit quick as I'm counting in my head. Let me talk about this. Okay. Right. So if we look for a WXY, there's two WXY patterns in Elliott waves, right? You have the sharp WXY, double zigzag, WXY, WXY, zigzag, and WX, zigzag in Y. Wave X, however, is not really allowed to hit the 0.7. The moment it hits the 0.7, it's not a hard invalidation, but it really significantly reduces the probabilities for a zigzag to the downside in a wave Y. Therefore, really decreases probabilities for a double zigzag to the downside in a WX and a Y double zigzag. We hit the 0.7, and therefore I prefer to not look for a double zigzag, and therefore we're looking for a sideways double combo, WXY. Now, in a sideways double combo, wave W and wave Y should be different structures. If wave W is a zigzag or a flat, as those are the only two wave W can be, Wave Y should be either a zigzag, a flat, or a triangle. So if wave W is a zigzag, wave Y cannot be a zigzag, it should be a flat or a triangle. Now wave W clearly here is not a flat, at least not from the high here to the downside, no? So if this is a zigzag in a wave W, and then you have your wave X, your wave Y has to either be a triangle or a flat. For a flat, you're going to take the high in an A, B, C. For a triangle, you're looking for 3 wave structures, right? And you just continue the range. In other words, for a WXY, you're looking to take this high before taking the low. Right? This is how everything comes together. But if this is your high of X, not a big fan here. No. A, B, C. I'm still thinking about, I will talk about another scenario in a second, a flat. But this is just, so what we're doing is we go through different scenarios, right? Let's see. WXY, flats. I like to do this when I'm by myself. I just go through different scenarios and I talk to myself and then eventually to Silvers and whatnot and to you guys, which leads to probabilities. So W has to be a zigzag, can't be a flat here, meaning wave X has to be a flat, or wave Y has to be a flat or a triangle. But for a flat structure, you would expect an A, B, and then a C, where C takes the low of W potentially. Not your wave A. That would be very deep for a wave A in a wave Y, A, B, C. Or you look for a triangle where you're just going to continue the range and then take the highs. So in other words, for a WXY, you're going to be looking to take the highs before this low. Okay. Now with that in mind, right, it still has to sum up. And the little problem I have here with the wave Y is we're either looking in wave Y for a flat, meaning a 3-wave structure, or a triangle, which also is a 3-wave structure, where in a triangle you want a zigzag. Now this is currently your high. I actually want to check if it's the same high on other charts. 1 second. Is that the same high? This is Bybit, same high on Bybit. Okay, so it is the same high on other charts as well. So not too big of a fan that this is a high, sharp move down, retrace to the 886, another 886, and then you move to the downside. So for an impulsive, in other words, this being an A, B, and this being a wave C, that's a very short, like A, very, very short. 886 retracement here. Let me show you. The 886 being touched does lower the probabilities that this move to the downside is an impulsive structure compared to it being a corrective structure. But this would also again increase probabilities that sooner or later we take these highs. We now have a triple top there. Okay, WXY. Let's continue chatting about the others. And then we're going to get to the highest probability, no? Okay, so the moment we hit the 0.7, 64K, 64076, probabilities go down for a flat. And then we're talking about the green flat. A, B, C. Wave B most commonly is a zigzag structure. Now we have an potential ABC here and then your wave W. That's fine. But we didn't take the high, right? And preferably for a flat, you're actually looking for this high to be taken. So then we talk about a double zigzag. This ABC isn't high enough, so then we're looking for another ABC to the upside, as a zigzag pattern is most common in a wave B in a flat. But then in a double zigzag, the 07 is important. That's 64.1K. So you want to hold this. Also, if this is your low, you want to see an impulsive structure to the upside from this local low that we have. So let's have a look. And it's so wicky down here. No? Swing failure pattern of the low. There's the potential here actually for a local flat, therefore. But never mind, we won't talk about it. Anyway, we have a wick here. Mm-hmm. What is it? It starts to be quite long for a potential wave 2 here, if we're looking at this to be the low of a corrective structure to the downside, and then an impulsive wave 1. So what I'm looking for is potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, and then a 5 wave C to the downside, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then finish, and then you continue back up. But if this is your end of 1, and this is your 2 starts to be very long. Which lowers the probabilities. So not yet too confident for a flat on the 4 hour because of not yet seeing a nice like local strength, right? Confidence. Time is not on the side for that wave 2 there. So, we also have an in-candle bearish CVD. You don't see these too often. Oh, yeah, I mean, the lower you go, the more often you see them. But on a 15-minute, it's a red candle, but CVD moves up. So there's more buyers than sellers in this particular candle, but it closed red. It's quite interesting. But we do have bull CVD. And potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then A, B, C. It's not yet too long, but I'd be patient. The 4 fib time is tonight at 10:30. The 5 fib time is at 2:30, like after midnight tomorrow. And hitting the 4 fib time for a wave 2 compared to 1, it's rare. Besides this low also being a wick of these lows, I'm not too confident yet that is the low. I would like to see some more information, which puts this scenario on a little bit on the back foot for a flat. Mm-hmm. We do have a support area down here. Wait, right? We do, right? Pop, pop, pop. Yes. Yeah. But if we hit the support area here, then a flat is not something I'm going to be looking for because of what I explained with the 07. So if price hits this area, probabilities go down for a flat. So pretty much invalidates it. So the fact that locally here on the 15-minute, we can't yet really identify great strength to the upside. I like to be more patient, because if we do get a move to the upside, right, take the high, enter this gap on the 4 hour. If we do get a bit of a move to the upside, I have no problem entering later, stop loss, and then look for a potential B. The next resistance area, by the way, is well the red box here. Take profit 1, and then, so it's just patience. There's not yet great strength. Improves the increases probabilities for the potential WXY as well. And then we have a zigzag. Now a zigzag is also an ABC, but it's a 5-3-5. So in a flat we're talking about a 3-3-5. In a zigzag we talk about a 5-3-5. What? So I'll just I do realize I haven't looked at chat for a short while now. Just wanting to get through the analysis here before we go into chatting and the wedding and stuff. And after that, dinner time and bedtime. It's going to be an early morning tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so if you know Elliott waves, you probably know what's reducing the probabilities for an ABC at the moment. That's this area, right? Unrelated to what A shows, the probabilities go down for an ABC because of what we see here, and I'll explain. Now, wave A, first of all, has to be a 5-wave structure instead of a 3-wave structure to the downside. So we have to zoom in here. So I don't like a diagonal, as your wave 5 is longer than your 3, but your 3 is shorter than your 1, which isn't allowed. So we can't talk about a diagonal, right? Unless we do something like this. But then you need a 3-wave structure here. So this is, of course, a 3 and a 3, but it's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be also expanding. Expanding diagonals are rare, never preferred, unless all of the other stuff fails. Yeah, no, it just looks stupid. Diagonal, impulse, multiple 1-2s. It's not multiple 1-2s, as we got this move towards the upside instead of a very strong drop to the downside, which means we only have a normal impulsive structure to the downside left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-wave move here to the downside. But there's a lot of overlap. If you have your 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's also expanding. Okay. A leading diagonal can have a 5-3-5-3-5 structure, or all of the waves are 3 waves. In this case, we would need a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a nice one, but wait, 1, 2, yeah, we need to zoom in here in a second. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finished, ABC up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finish, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The problem again is, even though it's here contracting, your wave 3 again is the shortest, which isn't allowed. Take a trend-based fib from the high to the low of your 1 to the high of your 2. You didn't hit the 1. So wave 3 is not longer than wave 1, which is what you want to see in a contracting diagonal. But then you want wave 5 to be shorter than your wave 3, which it isn't, because it passed the 1 to 1. So wave 3 can't be the shortest. So yeah, diagonal, not nice. And then an impulsive structure is also not nice. So that increases probabilities for corrective movement to the downside instead of an impulsive movement to the downside, which in turn increases probabilities for sooner or later, excuse me. Whoa, my English, oh. It therefore increases the probabilities to sooner or later take this high. Thank you. Shucks. So the probabilities are higher for price to continue towards the upside and take this high at a given moment. A zigzag in a 5-3-5 wave move, therefore, currently does not have the highest probability, because identifying this move to the downside as a 5-wave structure has a lower probability compared to identifying this as a 3-wave structure. Identifying this as a 3-wave structure leads to 2 scenarios: a flat in a wave A, B, C, right? Same letters, different structures, 3-3-5 wave move, or a WXY, 3-3-3, where we know that for a wave Y to play out, preferably we take these highs before potentially the lows. As in a wave Y, we're looking for a flat in an ABC in wave Y, or a triangle. And in a triangle, you move up and you don't look back, right? And in a flat, you move up and then you move down. Important TP area now. So it supports a WXY, it supports a potential flat. Generally, it supports a move to the upside. And that's what's important. We do have the bullish CVD divergences still, also here. But CVD is moving down a lot, right? Like, it's quite crazy how fast it moves to the downside. But also this supports movement to the upside. As previous ranges, it doesn't mean we can't have structures to the downside. It's just that on a higher time frame, because this is higher time frame CVD, probabilities are higher to also still take the high. And then we have that triangle. As mentioned earlier, I don't like a running triangle. Running triangle is a triangle where wave B goes above or below the origin of wave A, B, C, D, E. I don't like to start the triangle here because wave A is so shallow and it looks better as a flat here compared to a zigzag, which isn't allowed in a triangle. But mainly also wave A is very, very short compared to B, C, D, and also even E. So if I think about a triangle, I would prefer to start a triangle here. And then you're looking for an A, a B, a C, a D, and an E. So we're not even close to finishing a triangle. And I don't personally, but this is personal preference, I don't like to think about triangles before a wave D is in. So I will not chart triangles in like update videos till this one is in. and we start moving down. So yeah, let's then talk probabilities. No? The probabilities, oh, by the way, yeah, okay, no, that's good. Probabilities on a weekly time frame are higher for price to move to the upside and take this high sooner or later. As mentioned, currently the highest probability to take the high is because locally the move to the downside has a higher probability of being a 3-waver compared to a 5-waver, and a 3-wave move to the downside increases probabilities for corrective structures, not impulsive structures, which increases probabilities for continuation. Now we potentially work on a wave 4 in green here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we look for another 4, 5 to finish the yellow 5, and then we have a bear market again. Also with the halving, we can get volatility in this space, of course. I don't know the exact date. Gotta check that. Just got back from holiday this morning after a month, so you know, slacking. But yeah, the target area for your wave 4 in green can be seen over here. The invalidation is the 0.618. You don't want to hit that 52k. This currently has the highest probability scenario on a higher time frame. Potentially your 3 is in. Kind of depends a little bit on how long we go sideways, because the alternative is that it is a lower degree wave 4 that we're working on. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have another 4, 5, and after this blue 5, that is when you start the green wave 4. The good thing is the target area for your green 4 and your blue 4 is pretty similar. It's between 66.4 and 56.1. The main difference is what happens then on the higher time frame, but we don't yet have to think about it because we didn't take this high. So in both cases, we're looking for the high to be taken, and we are not looking for price to move to the 54k area. That's the invalidation for the blue 4, or 52k here. In other words, higher probability for upside on that time frame. And then in the range, the probabilities are higher. This move to the downside here is a 3-wave structure as explained in detail, which decreases probabilities for a zigzag ABC or a potential 1, 2, 3 for much lower prices. It increases probabilities for WXYs, sideways corrective structures, flat structures, right? But with regards to the flat, you want to preferably stay above the 0.7. If we hit this 0.7 here, 64k, right, it reduces probabilities for a flat, because a wave B in a flat is by far most commonly a simple or a zigzag family structure, and then a simple zigzag would be an ABC, right? I'm going to check something in a second. ABC, double zigzag, WXY, but then wave X preferably doesn't hit the 0.7. So that is a level I'm going to keep an eye on. What just hit me is, can this be a 1, 2, 3, 4 and then a wave 5? Is that even a possibility? It doesn't really what's the volume? Highest amount of volume here. No, I prefer the WXY at the moment. So, okay. So, and then we sorted that one out. And then in the WXY, we are looking for these highs to be taken before the lows. As in a wave Y, we either want to see a flat or a triangle. So, yeah. Therefore, the probabilities on the weekly are up. Doesn't mean we can get retracements, but it's up. this high being taken, higher probability on a weekly time frame. Locally, here in this range, probabilities are also higher. It confirms the weekly time frame, because this move to the downside has a higher probability of being a three-wave structure. I don't yet like to look for a triangle. Probabilities are lower for a five-wave structure here, increasing probabilities for a WXY or a flat. For a flat, we're looking for upside. In a WXY, you look for these highs to be taken before the lows, preferably. And we have bullish CFD divergences pretty much across all time frames, which supports the narrative of still taking this high sooner or later as well. So that's important. I did hear something about we are in a CME gap, so I do like to check this, and some additional support and resistance. Support to the downside, the blue box here. Additional support, because we have the value area low at the moment of this range, shown at the very beginning of this stream, which we find support on at the moment. We're currently between the value area low and the point of control of this range. Bit of support below price is this blue box here, 61,862.9k. Resistance above 72.5, 73.6k. It's pretty high. Weekly gap just below on the weekly time frame, 59.2k to 53k. It's absolutely normal for price to hit gaps, but the moment you close a weekly candle in the gap, or daily candles even, probabilities increase to fill the gap to the downside. And then we have the order block here on a weekly time frame and another support box. But we first have to, of course, break through support here. So let's see how that goes. Oh yeah, another additional reason why probabilities are lower for an impulsive structure to the downside, for example in a zigzag, in an A, B, C, is because this is your high. Truncations are very rare, never preferred, never get the highest probabilities. And if this is your high, and this is your wave 1, and then you have your 2 and your wave 3, right? If you look for much lower prices, then we hit the 886, and the 886 is a common target for a wave B or X. It's a rare target for a wave 2. Decreasing the probabilities, this is an impulse to the downside compared to this being a corrective structure to the downside. Corrective structures tend to be three-wavy. Potentially that might be finished. Again, we do have some support down here just in case, but we are currently on top of the value area low of this range. If I do this, you'll see it. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty much it, no? We're back. We're back up to date as well. Very nice. So, that being said, say hi to chat and talk about the wedding a little bit. Don't yet have what was happening here. Oh, altcoins. Where were we? We were here somewhere. Oh yeah. George, what's up? How you doing? Watching from the beginning. That's a long one. We are back, and immediately a 2-hour live stream. Plan B is Dutch, yeah. I was like, it's the Dutchie. What's his name again? Ah, Plan B. There you go. At the gym, so hyped it up, lurking out. Nice, Dave Digital. Keep it up in the gym. Keep it up in the gym. Tomorrow, running time. The gym, like, we had a gym at like 6 minutes walking, right? 6 minutes walking, 7 minutes walking, and the gym closed. No, what the fuck? So gonna get more into calisthenics. I already did running, and I'm gonna train my wife in running as well, and then combined with strength training for like she wants to finish half a marathon, so like this year. And do not forget, upper body is important in running long distance as well. We covered the triangle. Good scenario though, Abram. Good scenario. Good to think about it. What is the fib for Bitcoin? What do you mean, Vegemite? Also, welcome, by the way. I don't think I've seen your name before. Current wave A is some sort of an ending diagonal. If this is a wave A, then that would be correct, yeah. Oh, this is a leading diagonal, by the way, so I'm not sure what the ending diagonal here is. Moho, welcome back and congratulations. Thank you. Welcome, man. Good to have you here. Hope you're doing good. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Oh, wait. I have to write down Elliott Wave. I don't even know when we started. When did we start? I don't know. Okay, let me quickly do funding, come back. Actually, live chat. So I bumped myself. Yeah, exactly, Robot. Man, I got to get back into it, eh? Got to get back into it. I try to explain things as easy as I can with regards to Elliott waves. And that's where the probabilities at the end come in: upside, downside, continuation. So people don't really have to know too much about Elliott waves because the probabilities are there to guide them as well with up or down. But of course, NFA, you know? No financial advice, but it's all probabilities. But it does help to learn a bit more. But I also hope that people, by following the videos, the content here, asking questions, all the live streams every day, learn more about Elliott waves as I answer questions and also explain stuff during the videos. So in all of my content, I also aim to educate. I pull the fib from there to there, and especially in live streams, I can answer questions. Bina Darabzand, hello everybody. He is back. He is back indeed. Good to see you. Welcome, Bina. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Koens is mainly Bitcoin. That's true. Thanks, Moon Boot Boy. I don't keep an eye on what's happening here. We are currently at 97. Jeez, almost a 90. Almost 100. We're getting there. On Marco, can we get global triple top on Bitcoin and 73k as a final top? So they have 65, 69, 73. So a trip. I know what you mean with a triple top. A triple top that is preferred as a final top, like the third one being a final top and then a big move down, is an ending diagonal. And the problem on the high time frame is that it doesn't look like an ending diagonal at all. So what you prefer to see in that case is quite a horizontal upper trend line, a sharper lower trend line, 65k retracement, 69k retracement, 74k big retracement. But as you can see, what I designed here, what I painted here, brushed here, whatever, what I show here is not what happened on the chart. So can you call it a triple top? I mean, yeah, you have 3 tops, but 73k being the final top, I wouldn't like to call it a triple top because the chart did not move in an ending diagonal style. So I'm either talking about the flat structure to go down, or I'm looking for continuation, which at the moment has the highest probability. Of course, we range and we correct and all that stuff. But the chart over here, right, 65 down, 69 even further down, and then 73. This invalidates, especially this here, invalidates a diagonal. And also preferably your next high would be a lot closer in time. So it would be here, right? And then you go up, down, up, down, up, and then finally down. So therefore, we're looking for either the flat, right, or continuation impulsive structures, bull market, and at the moment that has a higher probability. Bird Nest, welkom terug. Welkom, goed dat je er bent. Lekker bezig, grap. Thanks, man. Welcome, welcome. It's nice to see everyone coming back. Stop talking like what CT shit. Triple top, we are editor. Of course, no problem, Afghan. You can ask any question. I'm happy to explain my answer in Elliott Wave terms. So, always a pleasure to answer questions. Cape Town sheep. We didn't see sheep. We did see goats, though. Arbuzdi Sok, Mr. Editor. Boss is bossing legends. To be honest, I missed that monologue about waves for a month. What's up? We got a chat on Discord. You know, we're gonna make things happen now, Mr. Editor. Very impressed with your work before I left, because of course during the holiday and my wedding stuff, and you know, I didn't really provide you with any content, any shorts to upload. But yeah, let's take it to the next level and make you a real editor of the channel there with the shorts. So send me a message, Arbuzny Sokmel. Let's get in touch and make some shorts very soon again and put some stuff on paper. Mido, welcome back. Thanks. Welcome back as well. Good to have you here. Without waves, water can become stagnant. Ooh, poetic. Yeah, covered the triangle. Hassan Khan, I came late. Oh, we actually just covered it. Like at the end, I kind of summarized everything. So, Kun Wave 3 Marcos, Coinbase chart 77k. 77k is an important resistance level. That's also the red box I have here. I had the same high time frame count in your Telegram group since last week. Did I win the game? You are definitely improving in the game. Yeah, that's good to see. I haven't followed the chats. I was mainly looking, are there potentially any scammers active or not in Discord and Telegram? I'm surprised. I think I only banned one guy or two guy, like people in Discord, and not people, those were scammers, and none in Telegram. I did get a DM that someone said, hey, there's this guy and he's promoting something, but he also told me that the community in Telegram went against this guy, and then he removed his messages and he left. So +1 for the community. Public, can we see another? No, a WXY and wave Y is officially not a possibility. So in wave W, you want to see a flat or zigzag, and in wave Y, a flat, zigzag, or a triangle. So it has low probabilities, right? It's honestly, it's not. Following the official rules of Elliott Waves is not allowed. And I am very rule-based, so I don't count WXYs in a wave Y or a wave W. But for people that do, the only recommendation I can give would be like, first try to look for everything else. And if you can't get another solution, then you might want to count it like this. But there's, so far for me, there's always another better way to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're doing a big A, B, C. Possibly one to the upside, I suppose, right? You're talking about a 5-wave impulsive structure to the upside. So I suppose that Maynard is talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That for me would be an alternative, not a primary count. Right, so then you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 reasons. 1, wave 5 is longer than wave 3. An extended wave 5 is a lot more rare than an extended wave 3. Second, wave 4. So this is reasons why it's an alternative. Secondly, wave 4 is shorter than wave 2, which is also more rare. And then if wave 5 is already in, if we're talking about an ABC, which in this case then I suppose is a zigzag, you want to see a 5-wave structure from the high to the downside, but the move to the downside at the moment has a higher probability of being a 3-wave structure based on the analysis we've done earlier. So in that case, I would prefer to take the high still at least once more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can go down, but still lower probabilities. It's very much an alternative for me at the moment. Almost 100, Mark. Almost 100, I know. Or are we at 100? 98. 2 more. Hassan Khan. Oh wait, we were here already. What's up, Dimuth? How you doing? Adrian, finally greeting. Glad to have you back. Adrian, welcome back. Nice to see you. It's nice to see everyone back again, man. It's great to be live. Like I also missed it. Of course, a lot, like when you're busy, you don't really think about it. But even though I would like to go live or upload a video, you don't really have the time. Yeah, it's like holiday, but if you have your family over and your friends over and you have the family of your wife and everyone there, you just take time off and spend time with everyone else. Yeah, but I'm happy to be back as well. Continue to grind. Continue Elliott Waves. What's up, Dimuth? Maybe a bandit. Got in a 6-mile run before the storm hit this morning. Nice. Good start of the day indeed. Yeah, tomorrow morning, or at least tomorrow, I want to go for a run. Gotta talk to my wife how late we're gonna go for a run. So because I will be training her, and we're gonna start easy, low distance, and her base speed, right? And then low distance, base speed, and first try to increase the speed and then increase the distance. 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, and then eventually we go like 12, 14, 16. So have you done a marathon or half marathon? Yes, I have actually, but not a regular one. So I have done it's on my power tower behind me, but I have a medal of a half marathon obstacle run, and I have this medal here, and this medal is from the Iron Viking. I should actually hold it like this, and I'm not sure if you can read it because of the light, which is very bad, but what it says there, wait, I'm not even sure how I should hold it. Oh, like this. 42 whatever, webcam is shit. 42 kilometers and over 100 obstacles. So last year on the 17th of June, I did the Iron Viking obstacle run, which is a marathon with over 100 obstacles, and I finished that one in 6.5 hours. I was dead after that. That is the toughest thing I've done in sports in my life so far. Half a marathon in 1 hour 45 minutes. That's a good time. I'm actually not sure what I gotta check Strava to see what I forgot what I personally have on the half marathon distance. I might actually be able to find it quickly if you have a little bit of patience. I gotta go to my activities. One second. 10 kilometer, 4, 5, 5, 10. Where's my half marathon stuff? Oh, 30 kilometer. I have a 20 kilometer here. Oh wait, this is also my time is in kilometer per hour, or a time per kilometer. Oh, here. 1:48. I have one half marathon here of 1 minute 48. 1:48.26. Average pace of 5 minute 14. But yeah, you know, I love running 30k, 21k here, another one, but this was a recovery run. Oh, here, this is the fastest one. Oh, there we go. So that's me. And that's the fastest one I've done. 1:33 on a 21.70 kilometer. Average pace of 40 or 4:25 per kilometer. This is that's the fastest. That's my PB on the half marathon. I did it on the 20th of March, so last year, when I was preparing for the marathon. Yeah, I'm happy to be back, Bina. Happy to be back. Man, I love live streaming. I love doing videos. I still have to check the tags and stuff in Discord. But and there is also stuff coming, especially on my final day. Like during the holiday, I was also thinking sometimes about what I want to do with YouTube and where things are going. So this year will be very much focused on YouTube. So no external things, purely YouTube. You guys, the videos, the members. Of course, the only partner we have on the channel is Bing X because I trade them myself. And I, what's that quote? Like, I only share what I use, or recommend what I use. I don't recommend what I don't use. And I use Bing X, so that's the only partner. And we got some stuff with them coming up as well, which is really cool for people. So that's probably going to be the first thing that I can share, as that is the easiest to implement. And then later the year, other stuff comes. So, Mark, did he talk about the pig yet? Not yet. Still waiting. Okay, it's time to talk about the wedding a little bit, and then the pig. Yeah. Balas, welcome back. Boss is back. Wedding is nice. Holiday is joyful, but back to work is great. India, okay, because my gold expired. India and the world on YouTube are great too while you were not there. Yes, absolutely. And Andy, I think, moved to Dubai now, if I'm not mistaken. I think he lives there now, no? Will it touch 70K again this week? It's Wednesday now. So we have Thursday and Friday left. Because once the weekend hits, you tend to go sideways. It's difficult to really look for volatility once the weekend hits. So yes, with regards to scenarios, there are scenarios where you hit 70K, but preferably before the weekend. I've been in the Kunstlaars Telegram more than in real life in positive. 5 people there held a group full of lives. Since that some shorts are going to happen, text you on. Cool, thanks, Abuzni. And also, yeah, I have scrolled through Telegram and Discord, but I saw your activity in Telegram. Impressive. Yeah, I see the chatting. At a given moment, like I didn't check Telegram for a few days, and I had 2,000 missed messages in Telegram. 2,000 missed messages. I have no idea, but you all been chatting. So lots of talking in Telegram there. But I think Discord is generally most active and also the most variety of people being active by far. I mean, we have almost 2,000 people now in Discord. Discord is the most active place. Let's have a look here. 1,930. Ooh, we're getting there. Right? Let me actually quickly check if there's any. He joined. A scammer joined using. Very smart, bitch. Get your ass out of here, motherfucker. Okay, so yeah, Discord very active, very active on Discord. Almost 2K people now. Yeah, 42. It's crazy. I'm not really like, I would potentially do normal 42 marathons, like just running, not obstacle running. But I won't do another 42 obstacle run anytime soon. Davey, how you doing? Didn't have the notification. Oh, YouTube's fault. But welcome, Davey. Good to see you here. Welcome back. As we are back. as well with the channel. I actually didn't talk about the probabilities. I noticed when we were talking about the probabilities, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is your 1 and this is your 2 starts to be very long. So, and this is also a wick low. Not too big of a fan yet. And then we need a B, and a C here. So then you would still be looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. Little order block. That's the only thing there. If that doesn't hold, we look for lower. But as mentioned during the analysis on the 4-hour and stuff, like we need to wait for a bit of local strength, because if we do see some strength here, we pretty much be looking for the triple top over here. First the point of control of this range, and then the triple top. Patience. Such a great skill to have in trading. Mr. Brownbug, welcome. Big hugs. Good to have you back, man. Doing very well. Indeed, Tim. Okay, yeah. I guess I gotta start talking about it. Hey, Tim. First the wedding then. For a camel. Okay. I don't have pictures of the wedding. Not yet, at least. So these are coming. But we had a great wedding, exceeded expectations. To be honest, the wedding and the weather was amazing. The only thing you can't plan for is the weather. But we had blue skies, 25 degrees. And you'll see on the pictures, but we had the wedding towards the ocean view. So in the distance, you could see the ocean. We were a bit higher, yeah, we were on a wine farm, absolutely. But in the background, you had the ocean. And then, wait. I should be able to show this. So this is the place from the side, but then you have the mountain behind. Can I have a nice picture of the? So luckily, this one, you won't see this one on any pictures, but the ocean is down there. What a bad quality. But the ocean is down there. And then you have here, this is the back. So we have the mountains in the back, but we have the ocean in the front. And the pictures I show will be better than what we have here. This is a bit awkward here, but yeah, we have the ocean down there. And so this was the venue where we hired the whole thing, and then we had the wedding here. And it was great. Weather, absolutely amazing. We also had a haze because it was raining 2 days prior to the raining, and we had blue skies, no wind at all, which is perfect for the dress of my wife as well, with the pictures and stuff. But also just the weather-wise. And yeah, because of the rain the 2 days prior, we had a haze, as they call it. That's what the photographer told us. And when the sun was setting, the haze creates very special lightning. So I'm really looking forward to the photos, as well as the videographer. We had a videographer as well, so I look forward to what he's going to share. And the wedding itself, yeah, we like to keep it small, so about 60-70 people, mainly family and close friends. And everything went smooth. Some unexpected positive things. Great dinner, great party. We almost forgot the wedding cake, funny enough. But yeah. And yeah, my wife looked beautiful, absolutely stunning. So yeah, it was great. We had a great time. What to say? I need to share the pictures to really talk about, this is to really talk about what happened. So pictures and stuff is coming. Did your dad shoot the wedding? No. I also didn't want him to shoot the wedding, so we hired a photographer. And also as well as a videographer. Highest probability move on the higher time frames. We're looking for this high to be taken very locally here. I first want to see a sign of strength to get more confidence in continuation to the upside. Potentially a finished three-wave structure. But in this section on the 15, I'm not yet too confident we have an impulse going on here. So I would like to see a bit more strength before looking for it. There is an impulsive count here. We do have bullish CVDs on a lot of time frames. So zooming out, looking for this high to be taken sooner or later. Highest probability scenarios would be a flat or the WXY. In both cases, though, probabilities would be high to first take the triple top here before taking the low here. But I do like to see some very local strength as well. We find support on the value area low at the moment over here. That is where we are. So, yeah, from an Elliott Wave point of view. Now, with regards to the pig that Tim is talking about, so for who doesn't know, right? Tim is a real life friend of mine. And where? Oh, I don't have WhatsApp open. I need to open my WhatsApp for a second. So he's a real life friend, and we were still in South Africa. The friends already moved back to the Netherlands, and they entered my house. So it's a tradition in the Netherlands, I suppose, that if friends marry, you do something in their house, and it's not like necessarily positive, right? It can be crazy shit, right? Like you can put post-its throughout the whole house, like all of the walls, all of the pans, all of the whole couch, like, or balloons with water and glitter and all that shit rubbish, right? Now, my friends, when 2 days ago, sent me a picture as a surprise, and I mean, it was on the 1st of April, so I knew, like, because of the date, I was like, I think this is an AI generated picture. And one of my friends is really good with here we go. One of my friends is very good with Photoshop and also with Photoshop AI. So don't mind what you see. This is so what they did is put two bunnies here and a pig, and they messed up the house and put like shit everywhere and whatnot. So I was like, did they put the bunny and the pig in my house for when I come back? And the text was, "Hey Ashley and Koen, we want to wish you a good trip back tomorrow," which is today. "And we hope you both had so he posted this yesterday. "And we hope you both had a great time in Cape Town. Now you're a married couple. However, now that you're married, we thought it would be a good idea for you both to get familiar with parenting. No worries, a friend of us will take care of them until you're home." And then he shared two bunnies and a pig. And I zoomed in and I was like, okay, it's the 1st of April. I know my friends, they wouldn't really do something like this, but they can, like that edge that they look for sometimes. So he shared the picture with two bunnies and the pig, and I was like, I have a feeling this is AI generated. However, just to be sure, I sent emails to form a local child farms, like small little farms that children can visit, just to while I was in South Africa, just to make sure that if I come home and there's a pig and two bunnies in the house, they go to a place where they're being taken care of. So I already sent the emails before even getting home because I wanted to be prepared just in case, so I don't have two bunnies and a pig walking around in the house for too many days, right? And then I came home, and as mentioned, I did have a feeling of AI, and I came home, looked through the window, and instead of two bunnies and a pig, they actually built some stuff in the house that we still needed to do. So yeah, like big props. They actually added value to the house by building some stuff that Ashley and I still had to do as well. So yeah, that's really cool. That's very, very kind. And yeah, so there's no bunny, there's no pig. So yeah, all good. Happy. They're not here. They are not here. The pigs and the bunny. Or the pig and the bunny. So yeah. That being said, however, I think it is time for me to have dinner and go to bed, because tomorrow morning is going to be an early morning, so that I can do some stuff in the morning, also make the morning update for you, and then I have multiple meetings in the morning for speaking gigs that I have next week. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day and enjoy the evening with my wife. So thanks, Tim. So yeah, everyone, thanks for hanging out. First stream after I'm back now from South Africa. It's been a while. While I was gone, we made all-time highs and stuff, but as mentioned, like trading all-time highs and stuff is actually very easy. You want to wait for the next range and things slow down. Look at the analysis that I've done earlier, where we went through pretty much everything, and see what price gives us. Tomorrow morning, a new update, which will be just a normal video update. In the afternoon, we go live, and then in the tomorrow night again, another video update. So yeah, thanks for being here. I loved reading all the excited messages. The fact that we're back after a month of low activity. Really appreciate your support, members as well as subscribers. And yeah, for the remainder of the year, there's not really any holidays, like big stuff planned. Of course, sometimes you go like a weekend out or whatever, but nothing's planned. So yeah, it's time to get back to the grind and trading and Elliott Waves. So have a good evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you live in the world. I hope you have a good one. I will see you again tomorrow. New live stream in the afternoon, update video in the morning. And yeah, I'm going to have a great night of sleep, because, oh boy, am I tired after the travels that we had last night. So thanks for hanging out. Also, thanks for the 100+ likes, everyone. We are at 110. That's really cool to see. So thanks, Mark, for hanging out, and also Moonboot Boy for motivating everyone. And I will see you again very, very soon. So thanks for hanging out. Cheers.